I feel proud to invite our next speaker, a well-versed, experienced and Prerna Puraskar awardee, Dr. Bhimaraya Metri, our keynote speaker. Dr. Bhimaraya Metri has over 35 years of experience in management of quality, supply chain management, service management and project management. He was Dean of L&T Institute of Project Management, Vadodara, India. Prior to this, he was Dean of Academics and Alumni Relations and Professor at International Management Institute, New Delhi. He holds several senior leadership roles as Chairman of PGPM, Dean of Academics, Dean of Graduate Programs at MDI Gurgaon, AIMA Keval Naharia Award for Academic Leadership and Management Education, and Prerna Puraskar Best Alumnus Award, Best Paper Award by IBC New Delhi, Best Student of the Year. Currently, Dr. Mitri is a Dean at IIM Tiruchirappalli and member of Decision Sciences Institute, Houston, Texas, USA. So please enlighten us with your knowledge, insightful knowledge and wisdom on this special day.
Thank you very much. Very good morning. Today's chief guest, Dr. Siddharth, and alumnus of IIHMR and guest of honor, Ms. Nidhi Pundir, the director of IIHMR Bangalore, Dr. Usha Manjunath, the dean, Dr. Ellen, all the faculty members, students, the distinguished guest, and the incoming batch of 2020-2022, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I take this opportunity to welcome the incoming batch for this very important program, that is PG Diploma in Hospital and Healthcare Management. So I'm sure you have taken a right decision to pursue your career in this area. I must tell you, today healthcare is a sunrise industry, and that too, it has become more significant and important due to today's COVID-19 pandemic. I can recall the profound statement of Winston Churchill, who made the statement during World War II, never waste good crisis. That was the statement he made during World War II. So today, the COVID-19 has changed every aspect of life, as well as it has changed the lifestyle of every sector. In this context, healthcare is taking a prominent and central role. I know that this IIHMR few decades back made the initiative at Jaipur, and now it has come to Bangalore. I am sure in years to come, this particular healthcare industry is going to play a significant role to build the new world. Today, all of you know that because of pandemic and because of Industry 4.0, and also because of the advent of digital technologies, the context is changing very often. Context is changing very often. Because of that, the skill set requirements are also changing very often. And that is how the concept of liquid workforce has come into picture. Accenture coined the term liquid workforce because earlier, if anybody joins the company, they used to work till the retirement, and maybe generation to generation, people used to work in Tatas, Birlas, and some companies. But today, time has come. In one generation, we work for many organizations. And when you move from one organization to other organization, even in the same organization, from one role to other role, then your skill requirement will be changing, and you have to acquire new skills. So that is why skilling, reskilling, upskilling has become a norm. Lifelong learning has become a norm. And I am sure the batch which is going to join today for IIMHR, so this batch, when they graduate after 2 years, they have to lead the organization which not yet born today. So world of work is changing. very often. And in front of our own eyes, the leadership is changing. So in such a fast changing world, it is extremely important to focus on how to build the skills, how to make a habit of learning and how to remain student all the time, not only during the 2 year PG diploma, but after the 2 year also you are going to be student. You are going to learn. So that is why learning, unlearning and relearning has become a norm and lifelong learning has become a norm. So that is how it is extremely important in this changing world, fast changing world. Earlier, central focus used to be the stakeholder for any organization. Whether it is an education institution, we used to focus on stakeholder, that is students and industry. If it is a business, we used to focus on shareholders. But today, the COVID-19 pandemic has changed the principle of stakeholder central focus. Now it is shifting from that. The central focus and central principle has to be now people and planet, and the profit comes at the end. So that is how now principle around which most of the education institutions, businesses and governance in the government as well as private sector, they are working, focusing on people and planet, not on stakeholders. So earlier, this wrong assumption principle we worked, now the time has come to shift from stakeholder to people and planet. And till now, most of the businesses, including healthcare industry, and today, more often healthcare industry is quoted for wrong reasons. That is what Ms. Nidhi quoted very clearly, that is ethics. When I was heading the model curriculum committee of PG diploma and MBA, we introduced Indian ethos and business ethics as a one compulsory course for all MBA students. Now the time has come, healthcare, PG diploma also, this kind of courses one need to introduce, because today the entire world, the honesty part is missing. And second one, we followed so much of Western perspectives and concepts and model, which is not applicable today in India. India has a great traditional knowledge system, ancient management system. I think we have great reservoir of knowledge in our own country, but we are just simply closing our eyes. We followed the Western concept, Western models. And that is not working well. And that is how the world is facing pandemic. World is facing a problem for sustainable business model. Today, United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, out of 17 goals, 4 related to education. Now 2030, one has to fulfill all those norms, and it is not going to happen because our focus is not on sustainable business, our focus is on as usual business. So if you really want to make the United Nations Sustainable Goals to fulfill, and also if you want to focus on planet and people, and if you want to focus not only on human being, we want to focus on all being. From human being, we have to focus on all being. So it means right from insect to animal to every living being on the world, on the planet, they have right to live. And our focus has to be on all being instead of just human being. Instead of materialistic life, instead of profit, we have to focus on all being. And that is where new National Education Policy 2020, if you look into that, it focuses on global citizenship. It focuses on global leadership. It focuses on global responsibility. Today, we are talking about corporate social responsibility. We are talking about institutional responsibilities, but the time has come now, global responsibility focusing towards planet. That is what extremely important to build the global citizenship. And if you listen to our Prime Minister very carefully about national education policy, he clearly mentioned that even though we are focusing on global citizenship, we have to get connected with our roots, Indian knowledge system. So that is how the focus has to be local and global. So we have to get connected with the ground, our local practices, local knowledge, and we have to vocal about the local, and then in subsequently that local will become global. Certain extent, China has succeeded to converting local into global. In India, we have allowed most of the Western companies and also their practices, and instead of developing our own, promoting our own. Now the time has come, current government is extremely keen to for local and local. I am sure Indian traditional knowledge system, Indian ethos and Indian healthcare system and many schemes of government of India and even using the digital technology in the healthcare industry, as well as our Ayurveda, again, it is going to play a very, very significant role in coming years, not only for India, but entire globe to maintain the good health as well as to promote Indian healthcare system. I am sure this IIHMR, all the new batch, those who are joining, I was listening very carefully about your dreams and why you are joining this institute, including army officials. I'm extremely happy to listen to all of you. I am sure uh, all of your dreams will come true. But these 2 years, how to make use of all the resources available in IIHMR and the faculties interaction during those 2 years, chamber consultation hours, I'm sure you will make a mark. And not only you stand up in the crowd, but you also, as a great alumni like Nidhi, you will also stand up in the crowd and you also make your institute, IIHMR, as a proud institute and which you belongs to. I'm sure in years to come, the IIHMR not only a great institution in the country, but it will also become great in this region of Asia Pacific as well as at global level. I wish all the best for the incoming batch and their parents. And once again, I thank the organizer. And unfortunately, I was just listening to all the speakers and I also going through, including the director of IIHMR and the chief guest and the guest of honor. All are connected to BITS Pilani one or other way. I was also faculty in BITS sometime. So I'm very happy to see all these galaxy of people on the same platform. And once again, I thank the IHMR for inviting me and thank you very much. I wish all the best for the incoming batch 2020-2022. Thank you very much.